I'm going to teach you how to make artificial boogers. How you doing? You got something there in your beard, Jake. I don't know. Well, greetings and welcome back to Faraday Studios, home of Midnight Science Club. And as you probably know by now, my name is Jake. I'm Wizard 4. And every once in a while, I will share secrets. Faraday did this almost a quarter of a millennia ago. I'm going to teach you how to make artificial boogers, with which you can have a lot of fun and probably get your grandkids in trouble, which is what I do. Sulfur. You can get it in a pharmacy or something like that. It's pretty harmless, this yellow powder. It's called flowers of sulfur. It comes out of something called brimstone, and its formula is this, S8. The atomic symbol is only S, that stands for sulfur, right? And you'll see it in all sorts of chemicals. Like the oxygen we breathe is O2. It's a diatomic molecule. Some oxygen, it comes in pairs. Sulfur just hangs around with 7 of its buddies. I don't know why. It's the way I guess it's the way its electrons are organized. I've got a model we put together of a sulfur molecule. And what I did was I filled this test tube with some S8 sulfur. And in order to make an artificial booger, I had to take these atoms apart. How in the world could you make them split apart? Now, if I take this model right here and start shaking it, eventually it's going to fall apart like that. So if I can get this molecule to shake hard enough, it's going to bust apart. The bonds between them are going to break. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to heat up the sulfur and it's going to melt. And that means that these molecules, the S8 bonds, are broken. So those molecules are going to be moving around real fast because I heated them up. And then I'm going to stop them right where they're at. Now, slow down. I'll have you think, how could I slow those back down? Duh, you cool them off, right? And if things work out, I'll get a nice long chain of them. And if I could lock them in place like that, I'd have long, maybe hundreds of these long. Whenever I heat something in a test tube, I never heat it like this. No, because I don't want it shooting out like a geyser. I always tip it sideways. That way, if it does shoot out, it'll hit the guys over there instead of me. And I don't just stick it right in the fire. I kind of warm it up first, because I don't want to shatter the glass. Slowly warm it up. That's a really hot flame. Ooh, does that stink? And just to let you know, I've got a couple of guys here in the studio that have a fire extinguisher and a bucket of water ready in case I spill this. It certainly did change colors, didn't it? I think that's probably liquefied enough. So now I'm going to pour it in the water. And boy, those molecules were moving around hot. They're cooling off, and when they cool off, they slow down. Now those molecules that were in groups of 8 split apart, and they were moving around like that, and then I froze them in place just a little bit with that cold water. Oh, baby, look at this. It's stretchy. It's like rubber now. Ooh, look at this, a nice big long booger. Now I've got long, hundreds of sulfur atoms hooked together in long chains. So now I can kind of roll this into any shape, make it look like a booger. I might roll it on the carpet and get a little hair in there, a crumb or 2 or something like that. You know, you hang that out your nose, people are going to have a fit. It's great. It's starting to polymerize. You see that right there on the end of my finger? It's starting to turn yellow again. That looks pretty gross, doesn't it? You just learned at Midnight Science Club from Wizard 4, a 225-year-old chemistry demonstration. If you want some more of this stuff, join us on social media. Patreon too. We do have a Patreon account if you want to get involved, get behind the scenes and see how we do all this stuff and meet the people. I'll try it. I'll stick it right here. The sulfur is not going to hurt me. How you doing? You got something there in your beard, Jake. I don't know. Share that. Email us if you find out a neat prank to do with an artificial booger. Send that in. I would like to add it to the collection. Yeah, if it goes wrong and anybody asks you, who told you how to do that? You say Bill Nye.